Kimimaru is one of the most popular side characters in Naruto, even though he didn't have a major role in the anime or manga, fighting Rock Lee and Gaara, even being good enough to be reanimated by Kabuto. What would a DLC for Kabuto look like in Shinobi Strikers? Now, before we start the DLC preview and what we could get in Season 4 in Shinobi Strikers, we already do have his face paint, his hair, and his clothes, but what we don't have is his curse mark and his unsleeved robe. I think curse mark would be really interesting in Shinobi Strikers, and Kimimaru, again, is one of the more popular curse mark ninjas. I want to state that I'm no way, shape, or form a graphic designer. Somebody in the comments or somebody watching is a good graphic designer. Hey, if you would illustrate some of these jutsus, that would be really cool. But the first jutsu is going to be Dance of Larch, and this is what it looks like. Here's potentially what it could look like in Shinobi Strikers with the use of acrobat technique with the rotation of blades is very similar to the rotation of bones that Kimimaru uses. I think Kimimaru would be a defense, so I see that we could get his bone sword, the one that comes out of his spine, for a weapon also for this DLC if we ever get it. And the rotation is very similar to the one in the anime. This is one of my favorite jutsus in the whole anime. It's called the Magnum Drilling Shot, which is basically his giant bone spear that he pierced Gaara's ultimate defense with that unfortunately cracked, but I think it would be a really cool jutsu in Shinobi Strikers as a piercing jutsu, and we really don't have many spears in Shinobi Strikers. The closest thing we have in Shinobi Strikers is a Kimimaru taijutsu move called the Dance of the Bell Tree. Now this is just him stabbing rapidly, but it does show the piercing power of the bones. Now this is something pretty different in Shinobi Strikers. I'd really like to see a spear with piercing going super rapidly fast in Shinobi Strikers. One of also my favorite jutsus in the whole anime is the Bracken Dance. I'm a huge fan of Kimimaru, and this one will be a two-part jutsu in Shinobi Strikers. Now we need curse mark seals in Shinobi Strikers, and finally we get it with this DLC. Now listen, it'll be a two-part. The first one will be entering the curse mark stage, and then the Bracken Dance, which is just a village or a forest of bones, basically. Unfortunately, there is no jutsu that kind of replicates the Bracken Dance, but you can kind of get the same idea, the same feeling with that inner gates mode, kind of that red skin, kind of like when he goes into curse mark seal. Let me know what you guys think below. Hey, would you be interested in the curse seal in Shinobi Strikers? It's about time, right? I'll see you in the next one.